We had Mark Elias here last night, and while he is an incredibly effective litigator, he showed some passion talking about this subject last night. That's something that I have never seen from him in many interviews with him over many years, talking about essentially a fear level for what a tsunami of anti-voting rights activism and legislation there is right now in states, in Republican-controlled states all over the country. He obviously is taking point on litigation against the first of these voter suppression bills to be signed into law in Iowa. He's already filed a suit there. Are the courts likely to be an ally in waging some of these battles?
Some of the courts will be, and we will make it to the Court of Appeals level on a number of these. But we are unfortunately facing a U.S. Supreme Court that has shown a strong disinterest in protecting the right to vote for minority members in our country. Unfortunately, we saw that play out last week when that hearing was held, when the Republicans said baldly that this was necessary, that their evisceration of the right to vote in Arizona was necessary in order for Republicans to win. And that seemed to be a persuasive argument to the body that is charged with protecting our rights. And so I think that Mark Elias is going to put up a good fight, as will so many others. The Lawyers Committee, the NAACP Legal Defense Fund, so many groups that have a nonpartisan interest in defending the right to vote. But we cannot hope that the courts will save us. We know that this has been a 20-year effort by the Republican Party to succeed through removal instead of succeeding through redemption and through revocation and through changing the way they engage the people. Rather than becoming a party that actually speaks to the needs of the people, they have been intentional, thoughtful, and strategic about how they can strip us of the right to vote and defend that stripping of the right to vote through the court system. I think Mark and others will do an amazing job in the courts, but we've got to use every lever at our disposal, and that's the courts, that's Congress, and that's the White House.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank all of you out there.
Thank you as always.
Thanks to at home.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much for letting us into your homes during these extraordinary times.